News, the Weather Authority.
Live off the top at 5, dark clouds over downtown Fort Myers. There are storms in parts of southwest Florida. Wink News is the Weather Authority. Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell is tracking those storms and a tropical depression, Jim.
Let's take a look at the rain right now in southwest Florida.
Wink News exclusive, all new at 5 o'clock. The Lee County Sheriff's Office is talking to Only Wink News this afternoon about guns stolen from a deputy's car.
The weapons were securely locked in that vehicle. Unfortunately, we cannot control the bad guy, the suspects.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office says the deputy's car was forcibly broken into and that suspect is still on the loose. Only Wink News reporter Nicole Valdez sat down with Lee County Under Sheriff Carmine Marcino. She's live with more for us now, Nicole.
Right now at 5, an arrest in a November 2015 murder investigation. Within the last hour, Lee County deputies arrested 17-year-old Medford York in the murder of Rashawn Myers. This is a mugshot from a previous arrest. Back in November 2015, deputies say Myers was gunned down near his car on Homestead Road in Lehigh Acres. 4 other suspects were arrested in this shooting last December. Medford faces several charges, including second-degree murder with a firearm. Her hands and neck bound and left for dead. Disturbing new details revealed on how authorities found a North Fort Myers church volunteer in her apartment. Lee County deputies say Brett Pleasant beat and killed Joanne Leisure more than 2 weeks ago. Wink News reporter Brooke Schaefer is live at the scene of the murder with more. Brooke. Some more breaking news just coming in. A retrial date has just been set for comedian Bill Cosby. Officials say Cosby will be retried for his sexual assault case on November 6th. A judge declared a mistrial in this case last month. Cosby is accused of drugging and taking advantage of a woman inside his home in 2004.
Let's get you live to Germany now. Protests at the start of the G20 summit. President Trump just landed in Hamburg, Germany, where he'll meet with foreign leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin. Some video from earlier shows police trying to disperse the large crowds, causing some clashing with officers. Count on Wink News to keep an eye on the situation there, and we're live at the White House at 5:30 with more on the president's trip.
The pilot of a small plane is dead after crashing into the Everglades. Wink News just learned that crews removed his body this afternoon, but rough terrain is making it hard to move this plane. Authorities say it was reported missing late last night. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue found the wreckage in the swampy area just west of Homestead. This is the same plane that made an emergency landing on 41 in Ochopee back in December 2015. Officials say the plane ran out of gas that time and the pilot was able to land without injury. The name of the pilot found today has not been released. The FAA is investigating.
The man accused of causing this chaos in Dunbar and killing a 24-year-old man will stay behind bars. Police say 37-year-old Tahid Stoner shot and killed Dwayne Johnson and injured another man this week. Stoner appeared in court today. A judge ordered he be held with no bond. Investigators say Stoner's shooting was retaliation for this shooting you're seeing there. The woman in the right, the surveillance shows her getting shot in the hand and falling on Thomas Street. Right now, Stoner faces a murder charge.
Now at 5, one of the 3 suspects accused of killing a Buckingham man entered a guilty plea today. Jonathan Ruffini pled guilty to second-degree murder, grand theft, and conspiracy to commit murder in the death of Ted Lee. He's looking at 25 years behind bars. Ruffini was visibly upset in court today.
I believe he was manipulated into this. I believe he was cajoled into this. I believe that drugs played a major role in warping his mind.
Investigators say the trio of teenagers, Ruffini, Hunter Tyson, and Lavea May, conspired together to kill Ted Lee last year. Tyson pled no contest to second-degree murder charges. May's case is expected to go to trial in August.
Also from Wink News at 5 o'clock, the medical marijuana battle heats up in Tallahassee. Today, Orlando lawyer John Morgan filed a lawsuit against the state, saying lawmakers aren't following the will of the people. This was breaking news on Wink News at 5 here yesterday. Wink News reporter Kelsey Kushner talked with voters today, joining us in the studio with the latest.
Yes, voters had their voice heard last November.
New this hour, constant rain causes the roof of the Meals on Wheels thrift store to leak in Charlotte County. It's caused thousands of dollars in damage. Volunteers say the roof is more than 20 years old and needs to be replaced now. Wink News reporter Christy Gross has the story. A lot to get to this hour. A trip to the grocery store could help your child. how a stroll down the aisle can help increase their vocabulary.
And a Collier County boat up in flames. Witnesses take us through this fiery scene right after the break.
And a simple fraud scheme that's as bad as handing the key to your home to a stranger. A new warning about tech support fraud after a Florida teen falls for it. That's all new ahead.
Fire destroyed a 40-foot yacht in Collier County. This video shows the fire just shooting out of this boat this morning at Port of the Islands in the Everglades. And here's what the boat looked like after fire crews put the flames out. Not much left. Mike News reporter Morgan Francis live near where the fire happened with more. Morgan.
New information about a Southwest Florida company having trouble finding qualified employees. You might recall Christian Gehring couldn't hire enough coders to work for his tech business. He said part of the problem was local colleges offered limited curriculum when it comes to computer programming and coding. Wink News just learned he picked up his business and he moved to Boston. The Quality Life Center's ACE program is now a finalist for a prestigious award, the 2017 National Arts and Humanities Youth Program Award. The Arts, Character, and Education After-School program serving at-risk youth in Southwest Florida is one of 50 programs across the country recognized for its work.
Right now, Vice President Mike Pence is in Florida. The Vice President landed in Titusville this afternoon, where he headed to the Kennedy Space Center. Vice President's visit may offer a clear look at how NASA might change under the Trump administration. Wink News is the Weather Authority. Let's take you live outside I-75 at Palm Beach Boulevard, and that is a rainy, wet road right there. People slowing down a little bit, taking caution. Traffic looks pretty good, but we do have rain. Again, it is 5:17 on a July afternoon in Florida.
You set your watch?